Hi, welcome everyone to my next video regarding QuickBooks Online certification, QuickBooks Online ProAdvisor certification. So I'm broadcasting from my place of work / volunteering, so apologize for the improv setup. I don't have my normal equipment here, so I'm just working with what I have here, and hopefully we'll be good. I've been experiencing some technical difficulties, but hopefully that's not going to persist. But let's get into it. We are going to return to where we left off, which is the special client onboarding tasks, additional setup tasks, and let me check something really quick. Make sure this is running. Oh, start that off. Okay. Additional setup tasks. Okay, so let's read. The story so far. Many clients considering or new to QuickBooks Online will need options set up for them beyond what we have looked at already. Your client Cindy recently opened a retail store to sell her beauty products, and thanks to some great marketing work and the quality of her products, she's had to start thinking about taking on additional employees. She's considering her options with QuickBooks Online Payroll, an additional QuickBooks Online product that integrates with her QuickBooks Online file. She may also need some help with her lists, so we may need to take a look and make some adjustments. How can QuickBooks Online help? Via QuickBooks Online Payroll, Cindy can easily record employees' working hours and schedule their wages. She can input any necessary deductions and employee benefits and record overtime, sick pay, and holiday rates. Free 24-hour direct deposit also lets you or your clients submit payroll by 5 p.m. Pacific time the day before payday. We'll use Cindy's situation to look at different payroll options in QuickBooks Online Plus. Some clients will also benefit from additional lists beyond the default customer, vendor, and product and services lists and the chart of accounts. There are several other lists that can be set up as required depending on your client's needs. Okay, so let's write that down. Lists that are QuickBooks lists. QuickBook lists. Okay. One. I'll write down the lists that are that they mention. Vendor list, customers list. Let's write customer, products and services for chart of accounts. Default lists. Default. Okay. So those are the four main lists from QuickBooks Online, the four default lists. And let's read learning outcomes. In this lesson, you'll learn how to 1. List additional setup tasks that can be performed depending on client needs. Understanding that payroll can be set up for QuickBooks Online. Describe how extra lists can be set up as required. All right. So let's continue. Is that everything? Yeah. Let's continue with the lesson. QuickBooks Online Payroll options. Cindy's business is set to grow, and it's worth looking at all the payroll options available and built into QuickBooks Online to make sure she's getting the right level of support. Select the tabs in turn. Okay. Okay. QuickBooks Online Self-Service Payroll. QuickBooks Online Self-Service Payroll QuickBooks Online Self-Service Payroll is the do-it-yourself option for you and your clients. Some clients will be confident enough to take this on themselves. Others may be happy to input employees' working hours but want some help processing regular payroll runs and may prefer an accountant to take responsibility for employee setup, remitting taxes, and filing forms. For clients considering QuickBooks Payroll, you can use the new user checklist to gather the necessary information to complete the setup. Take a look in the further resources section at the end of this course to see and download the new user checklist. Okay. QuickBooks Online Full Service Payroll. QuickBooks Online Full Service Payroll is the do-it-for-me option, a complete payroll service with a team of US-based payroll experts to take care of payroll for your client. QuickBooks Online Full Service Payroll guarantees 100% accuracy so the payroll setup, payday, and taxes are done right. If there is ever an issue, Intuit offers full tax representation to take care of it for you. So let's check this out. And the options are self-service payroll, our most basic payroll package, pay employees, get free 24-hour direct deposit, e-file taxes yourself, and more, which is going for $17.50 a month. Save 50% for 3 months. I guess it goes up to $35 after that, plus $4 an employee per month. So, 24-hour direct deposit, calculate employee paychecks, calculate and file year-end forms, fast, unlimited payroll runs, full service payroll, expert payroll setup, help start to finish tax filing, and accuracy is guaranteed or will pay the fees. Okay, so it's $40 a month. It looks like $80 is normal after 3 months, plus $4 per employee per month. 24-hour direct deposit, calculate employee paychecks, calculate and file year-end forms, fast unlimited payroll runs, payroll taxes done for you, same-day direct deposit, free W-2s filed and sent for you, assisted payroll setup, help from US-based experts, no penalty guarantee. Okay. Next tab is employees. There is also the option to add employees to QuickBooks Online without setting up payroll. All of these options can be accessed from the Employee Center in the left navigation. So, Employee Center, where is it? I don't see it here, but I have to take their word for it. Let's continue lesson. Lesson check. Which payroll option would you recommend so that you and or your client are protected by Intuit's penalty-free guarantee? I would say it would be the full service. Check my answers. Okay. Adding extra lists. There are several other lists that can be set up as required depending on your client's needs. To take a look at the other lists that are available, go to the gear icon and all lists. Okay. Here we go, right here. Here are some you might find useful to think about. Select the tabs in turn to find out more. Payment method. This displays cash, check, and other ways to categorize payments you receive from customers. This way, you can print deposit slips when you deposit the payments received. Some examples of other payment methods are ACH or EFT. Also, you may want to have payment methods for each type of credit card accepted. Okay? Terms. This displays the list of terms that determine the due dates for payments from customers or payments to vendors. Terms can also specify discounts for early payment. Okay. Attachments. This displays the list of all attachments uploaded. From here you can add, edit, download, and export your attachments. You can also see all transactions linked to a particular attachment. Continue lesson. Alright, summing up. Well done. In this lesson you have learned how to 1. List additional setup tasks that can be performed depending on client needs. Understand that payroll can be set up for QuickBooks Online. Describe how extra lists can be set up as required. So, let's continue. We're moving on to the next lesson, which is, I guess it's the same thing. Let me check, what is this lesson supposed to be? Customizing sales forms. Okay. Customizing sales forms. Okay. Let's resume. Customizing sales forms. The story so far. For someone like your client, Chris Greer, who is starting out, getting their business brand out there amongst current and prospective customers is important. Invoices are important to any business, but what if they could be marketing tools and make it easy for customers to pay? Chris would be pretty interested in both of these options. A great way to make invoices look professional and build a brand is to include the company logo and make it instantly recognizable to customers. And since with QuickBooks Online, customers can access the invoices on their mobile app, why not make it easier for them to pay via a mobile device too? How can QuickBooks Online help? Clients can easily add a splash of color and include that logo on their invoice with QuickBooks Online. And when that invoice lands, customers can view it on their mobile device when they're on the move, and we've even made it easier for them to pay directly from the invoice too. Let's look at how this could work for Chris. So, learning outcomes. In this lesson, you'll learn how to recognize how to customize sales forms. So let's continue the lesson. Need that to go away. Okay. Customizing invoices. Let's take a look at how you can customize invoices for your clients. Allison Gans is a bookkeeper on your team. She needs to create an invoice for an on-site service on behalf of Chris Greer and send it to a customer, Elizabeth Mason. The invoices for Chris Greer use the standard black and white template. Allison would like to apply a new logo applied by Chris to the template. Watch the video to see how it's done. The individual steps are below for you to follow. Changes in the UI may not be reflected in the video. Okay. Once signed into QuickBooks Online Accountant, select Chris's account. Select the gear icon, then Custom Form Styles. Select the New Style drop-down menu and select Invoice. Select Add Your Unique Logo from the list on the left. There isn't a logo currently in place, so select Add a Logo. Use the plus icon to search for and select Chris's logo. When Save is selected, the new image will appear on the invoice. So let's take a look.
Once signed in to QuickBooks Online Accountant, select Chris's account. Select the gear icon, then Custom Form Styles. Select the New Style drop-down menu and select Invoice. Select Add Your Unique Logo from the list on the left. There isn't a logo currently in place, so select Add a Logo. Use the plus icon to search for and select Chris's logo. When Save is selected, the new image will appear on the invoice. Selecting the different size and placement options will allow you to change the size and placement of the image. You can also use Try Other Colors to change the highlighting to match the logo or brand color. In the Design tab, you can also change the default template type. The default is called Airy Classic. Try out other color schemes for the invoice and change fonts or print settings. Select the Content tab. Here we can select the pencil icon to edit the content that appears on an invoice if a customer requires a more detailed breakdown of pricing or costs or taxes. Select the Emails tab to choose which invoices appear in emails. Here, you can decide whether the customer sees full details or summarized detail, and choose whether you want them to see the full PDF from within the email itself with PDF attached. In the Payments tab, we can check to make sure that each emailed invoice has payment options so that bank transfer or credit card payments can be made directly from the invoice. We'll see why this is a good idea next. When happy, select Done to save the changes. Next, Allison can create the invoice.
In here.
Select Elizabeth Mason from the customer list and generator 3500 watt as chargeable product. Chris also asked Allison to add a comment in the message on invoice. Thanks for your time, Elizabeth. Let's book a meeting to review your plans for an upgrade. To see the invoice before you send it, select Print or Preview at the bottom of the screen before selecting Save and Send, and then Send and Close. Elizabeth will now receive the invoice direct to her Gmail account with the new logo and color scheme.
All right. Viewing emailed invoices. Let's see how the invoices look to Elizabeth Mason. She uses her mobile phone to access the Gmail app. When she's busy, she finds it difficult to pay her invoices on time. Actually, you know what? I want to watch that other video again, if you guys don't mind. So I'm going to go back there and rewatch that. So let's go up here. Rewatch this.
Once signed in to QuickBooks Online Accountant, select Chris's account. Select the gear icon, then Custom Form Styles. Select the New Style drop-down menu and select Accountant. Select Chris's account. Select the gear icon, then Custom Form Styles. Select the New Style drop-down menu and select Invoice. Select Add your unique logo from the list on the left. There isn't a logo currently in place, so select Add a logo. Use the plus icon to search for and select Chris's logo. When Save is selected, the new image will appear on the invoice. Selecting the different size and placement options will allow you to change the size and placement of the image. You can also use Try Other Colors to change the highlighting to match the logo or brand color. In the Design tab, you can also change the default template type. The default is called Airy Classic. Try out other color schemes for the invoice and change fonts or print settings. Select the Content tab. Here we can select the pencil icon to edit the content that appears on an invoice if a customer requires a more detailed breakdown of pricing or costs or taxes. Select the Emails tab to choose which invoices appear in emails. Here, you can decide whether the customer sees full details or summarized detail, and choose whether you want them to see the full PDF from within the email itself with PDF attached. In the Payments tab, we can check to make sure that each emailed invoice has payment options so that bank transfer or credit card payments can be made directly from the invoice. We'll see why this is a good idea next. When happy, select Done to save the changes. Next, Allison can create the invoice. Select Elizabeth Mason from the customer list and generate her 3500 watt as chargeable product. Chris also asked Allison to add a comment in the message on invoice. Thanks for your time, Elizabeth. Let's book a meeting to review your plans for an upgrade. To see the invoice before you send it, select Print or Preview at the bottom of the screen before selecting Save and Send, and then Send and Close. Elizabeth will now receive the invoice direct to her Gmail account with the new logo and color scheme.
Alright, that looks great. So let's continue lesson. Viewing emailed invoices. Let's see how the invoice looks to Elizabeth Mason. She uses her mobile phone to access Gmail app. When she's busy, she finds it difficult to pay her invoices on time. Being able to pay directly from the email will help her manage her payments more efficiently. Watch the video to see how it's done. The individual steps are below for you to follow. And they include Elizabeth logs into her Gmail account and finds the invoice from Chris in her inbox. 2. She selects the email. 3. The key points of the invoice display within the email so that everything Elizabeth needs to understand and review is laid out clearly. The new email invoices lay out who the invoice is from, what the charge is for, the amount owed, and the payment deadline. It's even got the message reminding her to book a meeting to discuss her upgrade. Elizabeth can use the deep link to QuickBooks Online within the email. Using the Review and Pay button, Elizabeth will be taken directly to QuickBooks Online Invoicing, where she will be able to make her payment electronically if she has signed up for this facility. Clients can boost their payment speed to the next level by turning on QuickBooks Payments, giving their customers the freedom to pay their way by accepting all credit cards and free bank transfers. This allows customers to pay directly in the quick online invoicing portal at the at a tap of a button. So let's watch this video.
Elizabeth logs into her Gmail account and finds the invoice from Chris in her inbox. She selects the email. The key points of the invoice display within the email so that everything Elizabeth needs to understand and review is laid out clearly. The new email invoices lay out who the invoice is from, what the charge is for, the amount owed, and the payment deadline. It's even got the message reminding her to book a meeting to discuss her upgrade. Elizabeth can use the deep link to QuickBooks Online within the email. Using the Review and Pay button, Elizabeth will be taken directly to QuickBooks Online Invoicing, where she will be able to make her payment electronically if she has signed up for this facility. Clients can boost their payment speed to the next level by turning on QuickBooks Payments, giving their customers the freedom to pay their way by accepting all credit cards and free bank transfers. This allows customers to pay directly in the online invoicing portal at the tap of a button. This unique Pay Now link ensures that payments are encrypted. It's powered by technology from the makers of TurboTax and Mint, so it's secure and reliable.
Alright.
Elizabeth logs into her Gmail from line. It's even got the message reminding her to discuss her can use the deep line within the email and pay directly to QuickBooks Online Invoicing, where she will be able to make her payment electronically.
Okay, yeah, I just want to see where she would pay, because I didn't really see that. I guess they don't include that explicitly over here. But okay, let's continue. Lesson check. You are about to raise an invoice on behalf of Carol Walker, a small store owner. Walker's Wonders is a confectionery store with a fun and vibrant logo. The invoices for Walker's Wonders use a standard template, as well as adding the logo to the invoices. How else can you customize the invoice? Select 3 options that apply. Add color to the highlight areas, set the size and position of the logo, change the font and style. I guess that was it. Yes, okay, perfect. That's right, to bring Carol Walker's invoice on brand, you can add color, change the font, and change the size and position of the logo. Carol's customers expect to see this fun logo or on existing correspondence, and now she can have invoices to match. ProAdvisor Challenge. Take on our ProAdvisor Challenge and check your understanding of what you've covered in this lesson. Select the headings to find out more. The challenge. Your client, Craig, owner of the Craig's Design and Landscaping Services, needs your help with setting up his invoices too. Select the link below to go into Chris's file and change the invoice style, change the font of the invoice, change the invoice color to orange, select preview PDF to view your changes. Okay, let's take a look. So what's going on here? Huh. Oopsie. Alright. So, here, I believe you go here. Okay, now where? Oh, what was it asking us to do? Change invoice style. Okay, I think this was it. I don't recall custom form, manage users, chart of accounts, QuickBooks Lab. How do you do this? Alright, let's find out. Let's go take a look at the video again.
Logs into her Gmail account and finds the invoice from Chris in her inbox. She selects the email. The key points of the invoice display within the email. Once signed in to QuickBooks Online Accountant, select Chris's account. Gear icon, then Custom Form Styles.
Custom Form Styles, okay.
Select the New Style drop-down menu and select Invoice.
Custom Form Styles. New Style. Invoice. Okay, that's really cool. But I don't see it coming up. Let's try it again. Enter. What's going on? There we go. Something's happening. Or nothing's happening. Oh, maybe this computer doesn't have the ability to display that. Which would be annoying. Let's try clicking that again. Leave that aside for now. I don't know how old this computer is, so oopsie. So I'm not sure if it has the power to run that. Custom Form Styles. New Styles. Invoice. Social Security only one. Okay. Just gonna let that run. How did you do? You can check to see if you got it right by selecting preview or print on the customization screen. Okay. This never finished running. So I'm guessing this computer doesn't have the ability to run this. I'll also try it over here. Let's see if I can get that to run here. I have the login. I'm probably not going to be able to run this again because I'm in the here. So we're going to have to skip that part for now. But this would have been how to do it. If you didn't make it to the end or didn't get the right result, here's how to do it. Click gear icon, custom form styles, which is right here. Select the new style drop-down menu and select invoice, which we did. Select try other colors from the list on the left. Select orange. There isn't a logo currently in place, so select add a logo. Select a different font and choose Courier 12 from the drop-down menu. Select the preview PDF at the bottom to see your work. Okay. Summary. The server finished running, which is sad, very sad, but let's continue. Learning outcomes. Well done. In this lesson, you have learned how to recognize, how to customize sales forms. Next steps. In the next lesson, we'll run through how to manage clients' access to QuickBooks Online. So let's hit the next lesson. So let's see where we are over here. We already went through 2 lessons. We went through this lesson, we went through this lesson, 4 and 5. And now we're going to be heading into lesson 6. Hopefully this will be a quick lesson, something that we can bang out really quick. Alright, let's see where are we. Let's close this out because it's never loaded. And let's resume manage client access. I want to write that down. My notes over here. Manage client access. Resume. Okay. Manage client access. The story so far. For clients like Cindy, who has a business which employs other people, you may be able to help her share the load of inputting data into QuickBooks Online by giving her access to her QuickBooks Online account to other people she works with Cindy's permission, of course. And this is great timing because Cindy has a new employee whom she needs to start setting up permissions for. Cindy's new team member, Tim, needs to access sales information and invoicing, plus he needs to input his time. Think you can help? How can QuickBooks Online help? As usual, QuickBooks Online has the flexibility to tailor access to your client's QuickBooks Online to meet their specific needs. A lot of valuable client time can be saved if employees enter their own time, data, or can run reports. But in most cases, your clients will not want to give employees access to sensitive payroll information. For some companies, this is a deal breaker when choosing a payroll solution. Fortunately, QuickBooks Online is designed to facilitate restrictions that mean users will still be able to access all QuickBooks Online, but payroll pages and data will be unavailable or anonymized. Your client can have complete confidence that all payroll data will only be seen or accessed by the right people. Ready to find out more? Let's get going. So, learning outcomes. In this lesson, you'll learn how to recognize how to assign different levels of client access to their books. Let's continue with the lesson. User permission settings. Some of your clients will require employees in their company to manage or oversee parts of their business. Perhaps you want them to just enter time or review reports. Therefore, the clients will want permissions set up so they can fulfill their role. When you set up Cindy's beauty bar, you gave her full company administrator permissions so she can perform all tasks within her company QuickBooks Online account. If Cindy wanted to give one or more of her employees access to the account, there are 4 types of user permissions that you can set up for her. They are standard user. You can control which areas of QuickBooks Online the user has access to. Company administrator. This gives access to all areas of QuickBooks Online, including settings and full access rights to other services the QuickBooks Online company subscribes to, such as QuickBooks Payroll and QuickBooks Payments. Reports only. Users sign into a special version of QuickBooks Online that gives them access to almost all reports except payroll and list reports that include contact information, QuickBooks Online Plus and Advanced only. Time tracking only. This enables users to sign into a special version of QuickBooks Online that only has timesheets. This is where users fill out and change their own timesheets but do not have access to other users' timesheets. Okay, so if somebody wants to give one or more of her employees access to the account, there are 4 types of user permissions that you can set up for. Okay, so I think this is good information right now. 4 types of user permissions. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Standard user, company administrator, reports only, time tracking only. Settings and full access to other services. Which areas of QuickBooks Online the user has access to? Okay. Good. Magnify this. Reports only the same stuff. So let's look at the ProAdvisor tip box over here. Did you know that if a client has QuickBooks Online Plus subscription, they will have unlimited reports and unlimited time tracking of users? Additional user packages can be purchased too. Continue lesson. Adding and managing user types. Oops. Cindy doesn't want Tim to have full access to her books, so she can configure his access rights to give him specific permissions, restricting his access to more sensitive areas. QuickBooks Online is very flexible in this regard. Permissions can be changed at any point, providing the person wanting to change the permissions has company administration's rights. Cindy, for example, has company administration rights, so in the future she can add and remove users and choose the user types herself. Because Cindy is really busy with work, she'd like us to make the changes for her. Let's have a look at what she wants you to do. Watch the video to see how it's done. The individual steps are below for you to follow. Cindy has 2 changes to make her QuickBooks Online account user settings. The first is to change the user settings, the user access for Tim, so she can create and send invoices. Let's set Tim up right now. Sign into QuickBooks Online Accountant and navigate to Cindy's beauty bar. Select the gear icon. Select Manage Users. From the Users tab, select Add Users and a pop-up something and gets cut off. But let's watch the video.
Cindy has 2 changes to make to her QuickBooks Online account user settings. The first is to change the user access for Tim so that he can create and send invoices. Let's set Tim up right now. Sign into QuickBooks Online Accountant and navigate to Cindy's beauty bar. Select the gear icon. Select Manage Users. From the Users tab, select Add User and a pop-up window will appear with radio buttons to select. Select User Type Custom User. Select Next. There's lots of helpful information here about the different access levels and rights. This will be great for Cindy so that she can get permissions just right when she does this in the future. Select the Limited Radio button and check the Customer box so we can give Tim access to invoicing. Select Next. The new screen asks questions about access rights, preferences, and subscriptions. We don't need to change these, so just select Next. Fill in the name fields with Tim Hobson and the email field with tim.hobson@example.com. Select Save and you'll see the entry in the Manage Users screen. Note that the access is pending. Tim will get a notification email with a link and will need to sign in to get full access. Cindy has just called with a new request she hopes we can help with. She needs a new subcontractor, Rhonda, to be able to make entries to track her time. Staying on the same Manage User screen, select Add User. Select the Time Tracking Only radio button. In the Employee or Vendor dropdown, select Add New and type Rhonda Collins into the text box. Select the Type dropdown and select Employee. Select Save and Next. Enter Rhonda Collins in the name fields. Her email address is rhonda.collins@example.com. Select Save and you're done. We can see these two newly added users in the Manage Users list, and it will show them as invited.
Okay. So let's continue. Creating a no payroll access user. Most of our clients would prefer their employees' salaries to remain private data. Information to be shared between the employees themselves, their immediate managers, and human resources. In order to help this information remain private, you can now set access controls to enable only the users who require this information to see it. Cindy has another team member, Stephanie Zhao. Stephanie will be responsible for creating invoices and will not need access to payroll. Let's set that up for them. Watch the video to see how it's done. The individual steps are below for you to follow. Changes in the UI may not be reflected in the video. Select the gear icon. Select Manage Users in the Your Company column. Select Add User. Select Standard User. Then Next. Uncheck Payroll Access. Then select Next. Select your preferred user settings. Then select Next. Enter Stephanie's first name, surname, and email address into the fields. In Contact Info, then select Next. And that's it. You'll now have added Stephanie to the team. So let's take a look at the video.
Select the gear icon. Select Manage Users in the Your Company column. Select Add User. Select Standard User, then Next. Uncheck Payroll Access, then select Next. Set your preferred user settings, then select Next. Enter Stephanie's first name, surname, and email address into the fields in Contact Info, then select Save. And that's it. You have now added Stephanie to the team without payroll access.
Okay. See it in action. A user without access to payroll will see QuickBooks Online slightly different from those with full access. There will be restrictions on what she can see, but she will still have access to all the areas of QuickBooks Online that she'll need in order to fulfill her role. Let's take a look at what a non-payroll user sees when she is signed in. Select each heading to find out more. The Employees tab of the Work Center. An employee who has no access to payroll information will receive a notice informing her that if she selects the Employees tabs. Okay, where's the Employee tab? Oh, the Work Center. Where's the Work Center? I don't know. I guess it's this one right here. The Employees tab is where all employees' personal and salary information lives. Stephanie does not need to see this information in order to successfully do her job. Limiting payroll access to those who require it helps to keep this information private and secure. In order to create bills or write checks, she still has access to contractor information. So, we're sorry, you do not have access rights to view this data. Okay. Running a transaction report. Transaction reports may also include payroll entries because her day-to-day role and current level of access allows Stephanie to work unhindered across the rest of QuickBooks Online. She can still make full use of the facilities on offer, including reports. If an employee without payroll access needs to run a transaction report that includes payroll entries, these will still appear. The name of the employees will be masked with the word payroll. Interesting. Okay. Right here you can see that the name is masked with Payroll over here. Okay. Bank register in the chart of accounts. Employee payroll information appears on information produced in the banking register too. Some employees with non-payroll access require access to the chart of accounts. So here, as with the transaction reports where payroll entries appear, the banking register will also mask the employee's name. Names will be replaced by the word payroll. So, employee payroll information appears on information produced on the banking register too. Some employees require access to chart of accounts. So here, as with the transaction reports where payroll entries appear, the banking register will also mask the employee's name. Names will be replaced by the word payroll. So let's take a look at that. Check. Okay. Unemployment task. Pay account. Payroll. Okay. ProAdvisor tip. You might want to review your client's current access setup to see if they might benefit from the new permission options now available. Continue lesson. Reports only user. You have been asked to add a new user to another company. Ryan Zurowski has joined the team, and the owner wants him to be able to run reports, but without being able to change anything in the QuickBooks Online company. You set him up as a reports only user. Ryan has access to the new report center. He will see the account differently from those with full access. So let's take a look. Even if they are accessing the report center from QuickBooks Online Accountant, a reports only user will not see the accountant toolbox. Ryan does not need access to this, okay? Ryan can add reports he uses regularly to his favorites, okay? In order to focus on areas of the reports he needs for each task, Ryan can collapse report sections to hide data until he needs it, okay? Let's see, is that there is no navigation panel in the reports only view. Ryan does not require access to any other part of QuickBooks Online. Everything he needs is on this view. The search icon has been removed. Everything Ryan needs is on the screen. He doesn't need to search for anything else. Okay. ProAdvisor tip. Reports only users are perfect for not-for-profit entities who need to provide reporting access to their board members. Be aware, this feature is only available in QuickBooks Online Plus or Advanced. Okay. Lesson check. You have set up a new user and removed payroll access. They will still be able to see some payroll entries, though these will be anonymized. What can't they see? Let's see. Employees tab in Workers. That's right, users without payroll access will be able to run reports and access the bank register. In order to process all other information relating to the business, they will not be able to see employees' information except where it has been masked. Summing up, learning outcomes, well done. In this lesson, you have learned how to recognize how to assign different levels of client access to their books. Next steps, that's it. Now run through the module, review to see if there are any elements for you to recap before moving on, okay? So, looks like we're done with this module. We have the module review to complete, and then we have the CPE assessment. So I think we have enough time to do that today. So let's continue and complete that module review. Special client onboarding tasks. This short module review is an optional activity enabling you to revisit some of the key points covered in the course. This is not a test, so there's no scoring and no pass or fail either. Its purpose is to help you to reinforce what you've learned. Although the review is optional, we do recommend that you complete it because it does count toward your course completion status and is reflected in the progress bar. To complete the review, simply work through the questions presented. You must answer each question correctly to proceed to the next. So continue lesson. Question 1. Which of the following statements are true regarding working with sales tax in QuickBooks Online? Sales tax is calculated based on the state where the client is registered to collect sales tax. Sales tax is based on the physical address the client's had business. I think so. The time of year. I don't think that. I mean, it can. There are tax holidays and such. The customer's physical address influences the sales tax rate. Customer's sales tax status influences the sales tax rate. Clients need to calculate the sales tax for themselves if their client is not in the same state. I'm not going to say that. Time of the year, maybe, but let's check answer. There we go. So, next. When it comes to using apps with a QuickBooks Online accountant firm's books, which two levels of account user can add apps? Master admin, full access team user. Check my answers. Okay, perfect. So full access team user and master admin can add apps. Okay, question 3. How many native payroll offerings are available in QuickBooks Online? I think there's 2. Let's check. That's right. Question number 4, where would you find the link to begin customizing a client's invoice, such as adding a logo, changing the default colors, the gear icon? Alright. Question 5, which of the following options is not a type of user permission you can set for your clients? I think I recognize them all. Okay. Time tracking only, reports only, payroll only, standard user, company, I think it's payroll only. Module completed. That's the way to work, right? Okay, you're doing great. Let's keep the momentum going. You can now move forward to the next module from the course overview page. Okay, but let's first complete that CPE assessment. Okay, start. Before CPE assessment rolls, let's see. Before you begin this assessment, please review the instructions below. If you don't require CPE credits, you may skip this optional assessment, but why not challenge yourself to see how much you know? You must complete this short assessment in one sitting. You have unlimited attempts to pass this assessment. CPE details and glossary. Oh, let's take a look at that. Okay, let's close this. Let's get started. Okay, question 1. Select gear icon, select manage users from the users tab, select blank, and a pop-up window will appear with the radio buttons to select custom user, and select next. If you were adding a new user to client's QuickBooks Online file using the process shown here, what would you select in the users tab in Step 3. Okay. Manage users. From the users tab, select something blank. Okay, I guess it's either add user or new user. I'm going to say add user. You are adding a customized logo to your client's invoice template as per the steps below. Select the gear icon, select blank. It would be company forms and styles. Where would you start your workflow when adding an app for a client that will be billed to you as their accountant? Let's think about that. Where would you start your workflow when adding an app for a client that will be billed to you as their accountant? Someone's here, so hold on a sec, guys. Hello, alright, how are you? That will be billed to you as their client. Where would you start your workflow when adding an app for a client that will be billed to you as their accountant? Okay. In the app section. I don't remember. Let's see what's in there. Page not found. Okay. Oh, shoot. Okay. Let's refresh this. Oh, terrible. Okay. Let's go back. I have to log back into QuickBooks Online. It didn't like that. I tried to open a different tab. So let's see what happens here. Free apps, editor's pick. Okay. So let's continue. Get started. Where in the sales tax center would you find the information you need to file a tax return for your client? It's a good question. Say sales tax settings. Where would you find workflow in the apps section of your QuickBooks Online accountant file? Think. Where would you go in the QuickBooks Online to see the range of default and extra lists available? Gear icon and all lists. Which of the following options for customizing invoices in QuickBooks Online via the custom form style to invoice screen? What? Which of the following options for customizing? Okay. No. Changing invoice fonts, changing invoice color schemes, adding a logo. Which of the following options is not a type of user permission you can set for your clients? Standard user, company administrator, reports only. Payroll is not one, so time tracking is only one. So let's go. Which two of the following statements are true of QuickBooks Online payments? Payments made via payments are automatically recorded in QuickBooks Online? Yes. QuickBooks made via payments are not? No. I mean, I'm not sure for a fact, but we'll find out. Payments can't process for a fee. Payments can be processed in 24 hours. Maybe. Let's see how we did. Ah, awesome. Let's download the certificate. Open. Download it. Wait, I already downloaded it though, but let's just put this in desktop. This 1.23.20. Okay, perfect. Okay, perfect. Exit. So, it looks like we are done with that section. So far we have completed 3 sections, 3 modules. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 modules left. So we'll see what else we can get completed over the course of next few days. I think that's going to be it for now. Getting tired. It's been an hour at this point, so I'm going to call it for now and say that's a wrap. So you guys, thank you so much for joining me for this QuickBooks Online certification video. And that's really all I have to say. So you guys stay working hard, work smart, stay healthy and happy, continue to hustle, and have a good one, guys.